Hey folks, Paul Watson, Prison Planet Live. Just a quick update today. Our TSA article from this morning is now linked on the Drudge report there. It says TSA agents pat down 6-year-old boy. That's the story that my article is about. But below that it says TSA say flashback. TSA says no pat downs on children younger than 12. And if you click on that article, it links through to infowars.com and the story that I wrote this morning, which is concerning the fact that we've had yet another case of a child, this time a 6-year-old on his way to Disneyland, being fondled and groped by TSA goons. Now this is after the TSA and John Pistole, its head, not once but twice, and on one occasion it was in front of lawmakers, said on the record that they had terminated the policy of patting down children under the age of 12. And if you read this article on infowars.com, which Drudge has linked to, TSA lied to lawmakers still conducting pat-downs on children. You will see that initially, this was 8 months ago, the TSA came out after a number of cases which caused people to complain bitterly about the policy being used against children. Pistole came out and said, yeah, we're banning it. And then lo and behold, we get more and more cases. A recent one in April, of course, with Anna Drexel, the famous video of the 6-year-old girl being patted down. And then, of course, the ridiculous situation in Kansas City airport where they searched the diaper of an 8-month-old baby. And both these examples occurred after the TSA had said that they had abandoned, terminated the policy of patting down children under 12. Now, at the height of the TSA pat-down fury in Texas a few weeks ago, which of course led to the bill being put up about making grope downs a felony, of course it didn't get through in the end. At the height of that furor, the TSA and John Pistole, in front of a group of senators at a committee meeting, this is in front of lawmakers, again, for the second time, said, we have now terminated pat-downs of children under 12. And yet, after he announced that, literally within hours, we had this case of this 6-year-old boy on his way to Disneyland who was patted down not once but twice by TSA agents simply for having basically a games console, a handheld games console, which had already gone through X-ray screening. Yet they patted him down twice. A 6-year-old boy, again, violating their own policy, violating Pistole's claim that he made in front of lawmakers that they had abandoned and terminated that policy. Now you can take, for example, Roger Clemens, a major baseball league player. He's currently on trial for perjury, false statements and obstruction of Congress. For what? For lying in front of lawmakers about himself using steroids, which is nothing in comparison. And yet John Pistole, the TSA head, continually gets up in front of lawmakers, continually lies to the American people in claiming that this pat-down of under 12s has been cancelled, when it hasn't. The cases continue to roll in week by week. So now, that article is linked on the Drudge report, and this has got a lot of traction. The TSA is again going to be on the ropes over this. They promised a response, so we'll keep you updated when that response comes through. Of course, they've been caught lying about everything else in the past. The safety of naked body scanners, of course. They claim that John Hopkins, they claim that NIST have all verified the safety of them. And yet, in every single case, John Hopkins and NIST say, no, we haven't verified the safety. And John Hopkins actually came out and said that people are more likely to get cancer because of these scanners. And of course, the TSA refuses to use completely safe scanners, which Sony is using in its own warehouses, as we reported exclusively last week. So the TSA is going to be on the back foot once again, and we'll be back with more updates as they come in on the war against the TSA. This is Prison Planet Live.